Alright, so what we have right here is the brand new 2016 Dodge Corvette GT350ZX. Alright, now this thing has 16 cylinders, alright, and VTEC. And the way it works is VTEC kicks in 4 cylinders at a time, and it has 16 cylinders, right? So the first 4 cylinders, VTEC kicks in at 2,000 RPM for the first 4 cylinders. Then when you hit 4,000 RPM, the next 4 cylinders get VTEC. Alright, are you guys listening? Because this is like top of the line shit right here. Then at 6,000 RPM, the next 4 cylinders get VTEC. And then when you hit 8,000 RPM, the last 4 get VTEC. But that's not all. It also has 4 turbos, which they spool up at 10,000 RPM. This thing goes out to like 30K. Alright, what we have here, it looks like a hood scoop, but it's actually an intercooler radiator. It's an intercooler and a radiator put into one piece. And what it does is, it pushes air in here, alright? And then it goes through this little scoop right here. Like, the motor isn't even in here, that's the trunk. But it goes through there, and if you could see inside there, there's those little circle vents. Those are actually not vents, those are actually turbochargers. And then it blows the air straight through the cabin into these little things right here. You see those, how they're kind of ducts right there? Well, they suck in the air, and then they push it down into this like Y pipe. And it comes out of this right here, which is actually, whenever you start the car, this little cover actually flips up. And there's another turbo, and whenever you give it gas, the turbo like pushes air back, kind of like a boat motor, and it pushes the car. But like these, they're not actual exhaust tips. They're just there for looks, so that people don't know that this is actually the jet engine 5 turbo 16 cylinder jet. And this wing right here, most people say that wings are for racers, but if you don't have this shit, dude, like we did a triple backflip in a car because it didn't have a wing. So we had to completely rebuild this car and put this on here just to get traction. Now, the motor is actually in the back here. Okay? But then, in case your motor runs out of oil, because it sucks in a lot of oil because you have all those turbos, there's a second motor right here, like this. But that only has 2 cylinders, and it's like right here. I can't pop the hood right now, but it's like right here. And that kicks in when you run out of oil. And when that kicks in, this headlight actually turns inside out, and it's a supercharger, and that's how that motor works. And all right, and this right here looks like a radio antenna, but actually, whenever you're racing somebody, you have to have a passenger, and they reach out here and they push it. I don't want to push it because it'll purge, but when they push this, it's got a 3,000 horsepower shot of nitrous. Okay. And whenever you purge it, they come out of this, alright? And this car is so fast that rain doesn't even touch it, but it has the windshield wipers just to make it look slow. Okay? This is actually a 4-wheel drive car. Okay? And how it works is it starts out in front-wheel drive. Okay? That way it doesn't break it. Well, it starts out in front-wheel drive, and then once you hit the 3rd VTEC, the passenger side rear wheel kicks in. So whenever you hit that 3rd VTEC, it kind of goes like this. Then when you hit the 4th VTEC, both rear wheels kick in. And then, since we have the wing on the back, it keeps it on the ground. But these are like the 20th set of tires we've gone through this week, because this thing has like 10,000 horsepower and just has no traction. And these wheels right here, this is a Dodge, just ignore the 4. We just put that on there to cover it up because we don't want people to know what it actually is. But I just gave you all the secret. So underground racing, better watch the fuck out. And that's all I'm saying. Also, what we have here is a 1935 Ford Model A. Now, it kind of looks like a PT Cruiser, but trust me, this is a Model A completely redone from rear bumper to the side skirt on the rear. Okay, we actually have a rear bumper right here, just because we want to do something different that hadn't been done before. And this doesn't even have a motor. It runs on hopes and dreams. Okay, if you sit behind the wheel of this car and you say you want to beat this other car, it will beat that other car, no matter what it is. If you sit in the driver's seat of this and you say I want to be faster than a jet, dude, you're faster than a jet. That's why we can't really let anybody drive it, because people will get crazy with it. We put Word of God on here because we have to deliver Bibles pretty fast, so we do that, and we give out to the people. Let's see, this trailer hitch right here, you know why this is on there? Because every car in this car is raced, they break down because they try so hard to keep up. So we take trailers and stack all the cars that we beat onto the back of this, and we take them home. And we keep them because we race for pink slips. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let me show you this new project that we got working. Alright? This right here is the new K55. 5.5 liters and 4 cylinders. We're the only people to ever do that. This piece right here, it looks like it's a separate piece, but it's actually connected to the motor. This is actually a turbo. You see, you got the turbo fan here, and what it does, it's not all hooked up yet, but this is the exhaust, okay? And then when we go through and we don't have the pipe hooked up yet, we need a bigger pipe because clearly it doesn't fit that, and we want clear air in there, But this is the exhaust that we don't have hooked up yet. Well, this actually goes, you stick this right here, this hole, you actually stick into one of these cylinders, and it blows the air out, okay? This car, you know what kind of gas this runs on? C, not race gas, not 116. This bitch runs on 216, which we have 5 gallons of here, because this motor is going to get 2,000 miles to the gallon. So we go through 1 gallon of gas, and we beat like thousands of cars every day. Alright, now this is actually our prototype piston for the K55. It's kind of black. That's because we just want the motor to look really bad, but in reality it runs good as hell. This is a prototype piston. We're gonna get this piston on the dyno, and we're gonna have somebody hold it right here, and we're gonna have it tested on the dyno. This right here is the computer for the K55A. That's the ECU right here. As you can see, we've already gone through one ECU testing a K55. And we have plenty of jacks. Not for our cars, because our cars always run, because we know how to build them. But for other people's cars, because they don't know how to build them, and they always fucking break down. Over there, if you'll follow me this way, these were older prototypes of the K75, which we haven't given up on, but we decided we can't go super hard on the paint. We got to give people a chance, All right, let me show you the next thing. This is the key to the K55A. Precision turbo engine injectors. All right. Now these are actually 3,000 injectors, 3,000 cc's. All right. And what they do is they give the gas, to the car. They give the 216 to the car. And we have 4 of them because we only use one at a time because they're so powerful that we only need one at a time. All right. Now this blue piece here, this blue piece is for the nitrous. All right. And we'll hook it up to the bottle and we'll run a cord to the K55A. And so in case we need it, which we don't, because the only time we've ever needed nitrous on a K55 is when we raced the Blue Angels, and we still rolled them up like nothing. Like really, Mach 3 my ass. Alright, these right here are going to go onto the body. We're not sure what kind of shell we're going to use for the K55A, but this right here, it looks like a corner light, but it's actually a wind deflector. Let me show you how these work right here. It's kind of like a spoiler for the front, right? What we do is they kind of tuck in like the hood, and then when we need more traction, like one's on that side, one's on this side, and they flip up, so it's like this on both sides, and it pushes air down on the front of the car, while the wing pushes it down on the back of the car to get we're actually gonna put 5 wheels on this car. We're gonna have a 5-wheel car, all-wheel drive. So that's how we do that. So it should be pretty good once it's done. Here we have some axles. These are said to withstand 60,000 horsepower, and we snapped them, okay? Because we go hard in the fucking paint. What else do we have? These right here are actually some of our smaller nitrous bottles. This was when we were running bone stock GSRs back in like '93, you know, back when street racing was bigger, till Fast and Furious. But those were our smaller tanks. But yeah, you know, so all y'all better watch out because we have the 2016 Dodge Corvette GT 350ZX. All right, I already explained that to you.
With VTEC.
With VTEC, 4 different kinds of VTEC, 5 turbos, jet engine, and we also have the K55. Okay, I'm just saying this K55 is gonna be the baddest shit on the street. Like UGR Racing is gonna go running with their tail between their legs because they're 1500 horsepower Lambos. We ain't gonna touch this shit because we fucking roll up jets. All right. Yeah, and don't even forget about the 1935 Model A. Hopes and dreams. All right. That's our secret look. There's like 10 cars in the driveway that we can't even show you right now. Because, you know, we can't even show you that right now because I don't want to get into it because you guys are already torn up seeing all these 3 right here. You don't even want to see what's in the driveway we got. All right. But, you know. So, if you ever want to race, just hit us up and we'll roll all you bitches up. I'm out.